Wisbow, Dion, brilliant. The more we struggle for life as pleasure, the more we are actually killing what we love. Money is an abstraction. It cannot of itself buy any pleasure whatsoever, because all pleasures involve skill and love. Something and nothing are two sides of the same coin, the positive and the negative, the something and the nothing go together. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. I have realized that the past and future are real illusions, that they exist in the present, which is what there is and all there is. The ego is nothing other than the focus of conscious attention. No work or love will flourish out of guilt, fear, or hollowness of heart, just as no valid plans for the future can be made by those who have no capacity for living now. To go out of your mind at least once a day is tremendously important, because by going out of your mind you come to your senses. Never pretend to a love which you do not actually feel, for love is not ours to command. Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. Unless one is able to live fully in the present, the future is a hoax. But the attitude of faith is to let go and become open to truth, whatever it might turn out to be. But I'll tell you what hermits realize. If you go off into a far, far forest and get very quiet, you will come to understand that you are connected with everything. Everybody is you. Everybody is I. That's our name. We all share that. You are that vast thing that you see far, far off with great telescopes. A myth is an image, in terms of which we try to make sense of the world. But to me nothing, the negative, the empty, is exceedingly powerful. We cannot be more sensitive to pleasure without being more sensitive to pain. We identify in our experience a differentiation between what we do and what happens to us. The reason we want to go on and on is because we live in an impoverished present. Omnipotence is not knowing how everything is done. It's just doing it. Faith is a state of openness or trust. So what is discord at one level? Of your being is harmony at another level. But at any rate, the point is that God is what nobody admits to being, and everybody really is. And the attitude of faith is the very opposite of clinging to belief, of holding on. But we try to pretend, you see, that the external world exists altogether independently of us. Wars based on principle are far more destructive. The attacker will not destroy that which he is after. The difficulty for most of us in the modern world is that The old-fashioned idea of God has become incredible or implausible. Religion is not a department of life. It is something that enters into the whole of it. If you study the writings of the mystics, you will always find things in them that appear to be paradoxes, as in Zen particularly. The religious idea of God cannot do full duty for the metaphysical infinity. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. There will always be suffering, but we must not suffer over the suffering. Every individual is a unique manifestation of the whole, as every branch is a particular outreaching of the tree. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now, and instead of calling it work, realize it is play. Try to imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Now try to imagine what it was like to wake up having never gone to sleep. Only words and conventions can isolate us from the entirely undefinable something which is everything. You didn't come into this world. You came out of it like a wave from the ocean. You are not a stranger here. To be free from convention is not to spurn it, but not to be deceived by it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more quotes.